The Celtics offense has two of the best shots in basketball at their disposal, and they don't even use them that much. In a lineup of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kristaps Porzingis, the Celtics have an even more efficient option on the offensive end. A few days ago, I did a video on Payton Pritchard pick and rolls, and he averages 1.24 points per possession on a 67.9% effective field goal percentage in that spot. That's extremely efficient, and the Celtics should do it more. However, Payton Pritchard coming off screens is even more lethal. Of the 111 players who have come off screens at least 20 times this season, Payton Pritchard is averaging the most points per possession at 1.73. And the craziest part is, the Celtics don't just have the number one guy at that spot, they have the first two, because Derrick White is averaging 1.65 points per possession as well. For some context there are only 3 guys in the NBA who have come off at least 20 screens this season, averaging 1.5 points per possession or more. The other one's Malik Monk. And the fun part about both these guys is that it feels like they're good at coming off screens for 2 different reasons. In the case of Pritchard, he's such a threat from so deep behind the arc that teams don't come up to guard him fast enough. Either bigs are dropping back or guards are looking to pick him up at the 3-point line, but he can pull from 30 feet. Derrick White can shoot from deep too, but he's so good at making shots with a hand in his face that he can pull up over guys even when they're pressing up against him. Like I said, White can shoot from deep and Pritchard can make a shot with a hand in his face, but it feels like these guys excel coming off screens for 2 different reasons, and that versatility is what helps make the Celtics offense so elite. Obviously, the volume isn't there for these guys, as they've only run this play 41 and 40 times this season. However, that efficiency is still insane. For some context, at the peak of their powers in the 2015-16 season, the Warriors were coming off a ton of screens for shots. That year, Klay Thompson logged 500 possessions and Stephen Curry logged 285. Thompson was at 1.05 points per possession and Steph was at 1.2. For that volume, that's insane efficiency. But even for Pritchard and White's volume, that efficiency is ridiculous. But that's not where the craziness ends. Coming off screens, Payton Pritchard has an effective field goal percentage of 95.8% this season. The best effective field goal percentage ever recorded in the NBA was Mitchell Robinson in the 2019-20 season at 74.2%. Effective field goal percentage basically accounts for the extra value of 3-point shots because they count for more points. Here's the formula. Payton Pritchard has made so many threes in these spots that it has elevated his effective field goal percentage so much that he has one of the most efficient shots in basketball on top of the pick and rolls he runs. And Derrick White deserves credit too, because he's third in effective field goal percentage at 79.5%. Again, the volume of these shots is nowhere near some of the top guys in the league. Stephen Curry's run 193 possessions in these spots, Devin Booker's at 147, Malik Beasley's at 135, and so on. But still, that doesn't erase the fact that hidden beneath the Celtics' extremely talented offense is 2 guys who come off screens as effectively as anybody else in the NBA. That level of threat from behind the arc is something the Celtics should use a lot more. And in the playoffs, when teams are so focused on Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kristaps Porzingis, you better watch out for Pritchard and Derrick White coming off screens.